Hello, my friends. I just finished a workout. I am about to go into Trader Joe's. We're going to get some grocery shopping done. Obviously, I just finished my workout. I'm graduating. I literally need to take my test this week. I need to take my test and I will be a nutritional therapy practitioner. So crazy because last year at this time, I was pregnant with our little baby Star. I had no idea. I found out very early November and then miscarried very shortly after that, and that is what really set me down the path of being an NTP. And so now I really focused on studying this year and just doing school. I really could not really think about trying to get pregnant again, and that wasn't something that I necessarily, not that it's not something that I wanted, but I really knew that I needed to get my body into a place that I felt really comfortable conceiving again, really confident with my thyroid levels, my hormone levels, everything like that. And honestly, I just wanted to do my best to nourish my body, study, and just kind of get through the year until I graduate. And then I could really, really focus kind of deeper on my health, which is what I'm doing now. So I just got my GI map back. If you follow me on Instagram, I went over the results the other day. So I'm working with my friend Courtney. She is a nutritional therapy practitioner. So she's basically doing what I'm so excited to be able to do soon. So she's doing all of my functional labs, which is going to help to prepare my body for pregnancy and basically just see what's going on, because ultimately what it really comes down to is healthy cells. So, and there's a lot of different reasons why cells can be, whether they're not getting enough nutrients. So we could have nutrient deficiencies for many different reasons, digestive reasons, so many different, I could just go on and on and on about that, but nutrient deficiencies, also pathogens. So hidden infections, whether it be like a fungal infection. I found out through my GI map that I have H. pylori, which is such a common stomach infection. Over 50% of the population has it right now, like in general. They actually think that it's like 2/3 of the population has it. But anyway, it's very, very common. And a lot of the times you just have no idea that you have it because the symptoms can be so varying from person to person. I noticed that my symptoms, which is kind of that was really the only symptom I had other than just like nutrient deficiencies. No matter how nutrient dense of a diet you eat, if your stomach acid is low, which H. pylori lowers your stomach acid, you're not going to be absorbing the nutrients, which is so important. Thyroid hormone, we need certain amino acids, and if we're not able to digest our protein well, and because of low stomach acid, that's going to affect our thyroid. So everything is so interconnected, as you can tell, but I am really excited because we got the GI map back. So really the main things were the H. pylori that I discovered, which is crazy because that's going to improve everything. Because when you improve your stomach acid, you improve your whole health, because you're going to be, again, absorbing those nutrients from your food. And so that was a really big hidden infection that we found. And then also my beta-glucuronidase. So hold on with me if these words are like, what are you talking about, Cambria? So beta-glucuronidase, when that is slightly elevated, mine is, we're getting into the red, we're like getting a little up there. What can happen with beta-glucuronidase if we have those higher levels is you reabsorb estrogen in your gut. So get this. So what's really foundational to hormone health, if you're having like period problems, super painful periods, irregular cycle, any kind of period issue, I had the most painful periods in the world. I was like getting to the point where I was like on the ground. It was so bad. And anyway, one of the foundational things is being able to eliminate excess estrogen. When your body is done with it, you want to get it out of the body through your bowel movements. You get it out of your body, and that's how you do it. And what's really important for that is a healthy liver, a really strong, healthy liver, and a gut. And so, I have pain-free periods now, but it was so interesting that's the thing. It's like, I'm not able to get my progesterone to a level that is really strong. And so here's what's so interesting about the beta glucuronidase that the GI map showed, is that when that is elevated, the liver is going to help get rid of that estrogen, but then it gets to the gut and the gut reactivates the estrogen. So it's so frustrating, because it's not frustrating. It's actually a really good thing that I got the GI map so that I can figure out what is going on. Sorry, my hair is like, I'm still so hot. I'm like trying to keep my hair out of my face. And anyway, the beta glucuronidase though, so interesting, because that is a huge key to hormone health. So I love that we were able to run the GI map on me. And then also, oh gosh, I'm going to butcher the name. I just learned this name of the bacteria yesterday. I think it's called Archimantia. Basically, this is really interesting. So for those, there have been so many studies that for those who have PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, maybe really painful periods, irregular periods, if you have anything like that, it's very interesting. The studies have actually shown that those who have lower levels of this special bacteria in the gut, that their insulin, that insulin is basically affected. And so all this to say is this bacteria is so incredibly important at making sure that actually your metabolic function, so just the way that your cells function, the way that they function, being able to take in glucose. I'm sorry if I'm like throwing up all this information on you. This is so fascinating. And the reason that I really talk about it is because after I miscarried, I just felt like I knew what to do as far as like next steps, as far as what I wanted to look into. And for those that maybe don't know, like I don't know what to look for. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to, support my body. I don't even know where to begin, how do I do that? And so anyway, all that to say is this bacteria is so incredibly important that it helps your blood sugar regulation. And that is foundational. I was just studying that today. If you try to resolve any kind of hormone imbalance without addressing blood sugar, it's just going to be very futile. It's really, blood sugar is foundational to hormonal health. But here's the kicker. Really, gut health is foundational to blood sugar regulation and blood sugar health, because you can be doing your very best, but if your cells are insulin resistant, if you are having metabolic dysfunction basically, and you have this low beneficial bacteria that directly improves insulin sensitivity, improves blood sugar regulation, you could have, a very nutrient dense, good diet, be doing your best to regulate your blood sugar and still have blood sugar issues because of this bacteria. So it's like amazing. I love that. I love the GI map. I'm so excited that I'm going to be a nutritional therapy practitioner soon. Anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk, because I know that was a lot of information, but I'm just so excited that I'm finally doing these tests, and I feel like I'm finally I feel so at peace with this, and I feel so thankful to God for leading me down this path. I really do. So if you want me to share my protocol with you, I absolutely will, but it is very customizable and it's very specific. So I kind of feel a little bit nervous about sharing the protocol, just because I don't want, not because okay, I try to phrase this right. Not because I don't want to be helpful. I do want to be helpful, but I think it might not be helpful because I don't want anyone to think that is the answer, that is what they need to do, because everybody's gut bacteria is so different. You might have really good levels of that bacteria and you might not need that to do that at all. You might have a parasite or some kind of other pathogen that needs a completely different protocol. So it really is so specific. And like for me, I had no idea. I felt like, I was going to say the only symptom, I don't think I ever told you the symptom. The only symptom that I ever had for H. pylori is burping after meals. Like right after I would eat, I'd burp. And I always thought that, I was like, I wonder if I have H. pylori. Like it kind of like crossed my mind a few times, but I was like, no, I don't know. Well, it's very common, but that's the thing. Everyone is going to be so different. So I really do, if you are looking into it, Courtney, her Kale Diagnostics is amazing. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for these functional tests that it really can give you such a clear picture of what's going on inside of your body. So anyway, that is my speech. Let's go into Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's haul. Let's do it. We have our flowers, of course. We had to get our flowers. Oh, this is from Grocery Outlet. Look what I got. This is Honey Mama's ginger cardamom. I was so sad they did not have my mint one, but they did have this ginger cardamom, and I've never tried it, so I feel like we should try it. And I feel like the reviews online were really good for it, and I like cardamom. So, but you never know. You just never know. So let's just see how it tastes. Very ginger. I'm getting a lot of ginger. It's good. Honey Mama's is good. Okay, it's good. It's not my favorite. It's very gingery. It is good. If you like ginger, you'll probably really like this, but I really like the mint one, but they didn't have it. So it is good and I will eat it, but it's not my favorite. Okay, I also got this Good Culture probiotic cream cheese spread. They had this at Grocery Outlet, and sometimes I just find the most random things. And I really like this Good Culture, and it has bifidobacterium in here. So good probiotic, really good for your gut health. And so it's a strawberry cream cheese. I felt like that was really fun. Okay, next up we got some limes, really good. I've been wanting to put this in my water for hydration. We got our acerola cherry. This is so good. We should just take this shot right now. This is a great source of vitamin C, whole food vitamin C, really important for adrenal health, like reproductive health, everything like that. So cheers. Every time I go to Trader Joe's. Actually, I've been forgetful of it lately, but let's have a shot. Oh, it's so good. It tastes better than before. Oh, it's so good. Okay. Next up, we got some pomegranates. These are very high in antioxidants, which is very important for our cellular health. So now the pomegranates are in season. I picked up some pomegranates along with some raspberries, and they had organic persimmons. So I've been really trying to up my fruit game, you know? Get up the fiber, get up the antioxidants. Speaking of fiber, really good butternut squash. So I'm very excited. I love butternut squash. I love a good roasted butternut squash for breakfast, for lunch. I feel like butternut squash is good any time of the day. We have some artichokes. These are really good for liver detoxification. Very important for excess estrogen, which my beta glucuronidase was high. So I'm really trying to up those artichokes, support the liver, all that kind of stuff. And then of course another pomegranate, because I had to get those. I had to stock up on the pomegranates. Also got some bitter greens, arugula. Really good. There's a sandwich shop that uses arugula in the sandwiches, and I want to try to copy it. They do like fig jam on it and goat cheese, and it's just to die for. It's so good, or it's to live for. So organic asparagus. I've been really liking this with my poached eggs for breakfast in the morning. I feel like taking myself out to brunch. It's so good. And then the goat cheese. This is for the little sandwich that I want to make with the arugula. And we have our apples, again, getting up the fiber. I've been really liking these. Okay, with a little bit of maple syrup, a little bit of ghee, and some Ceylon cinnamon, and then you cook it over the stove. You cook it, and then I put it over yogurt. It's so good. It's like the perfect fall, and then some bee pollen on there. It's literally amazing. Okay, and then I got orange juice. I've been off my orange juice game. I don't know what happened, but I want to make some adrenal cocktails again and have that really good source of vitamin C. So, okay, last few things. This is the Power C Vitamin C. This is such a good juice blend, and I want to do some either gummies or some kind of something where I can do gelatin in there with it, because glycine is also very important for liver health. And glycine, the amino acids, we actually need that to make bile, which is very important for estrogen elimination. But then, like I said, with the whole beta glucuronidase in the gut, it can reactivate estrogen. So we got to really get it from all sides, you know, from the liver, the gut, everything like that. But anyway, this is the Power C. This is such a good juice blend. It's organic, all organic, orange, pineapple, mango, lemon, and then the acerola cherry as the vitamin C. So this is so good. I'm very excited about that, and that's going to be just a great little source of vitamin C. Some Persian cucumbers, very hydrating. I always like these. And then some organic sweet potatoes. And I lastly got these organic purple sweet potatoes. So look how beautiful. I mean, that just seems really fun. So that's the Trader Joe's haul. I'm going to put all this stuff away. So let's do that right now.
Come on, mister. Everybody wants to see you. Oh, thank you. Okay. Oh, just have a nice yawn. Anyway, I just want to say thanks for hanging out. It was so nice to just hang out for the rest of this evening. I was studying all morning because I need to take my test by this Sunday, which is so crazy. I can't believe that we're nearing the end of this year. Anyway, I just can't believe that. But I do want to say that I'm so excited to keep you updated just with everything, with testing, and just let me know if you want me to continue to share. I am like immersing myself in this world of just being a practitioner, and I can't wait. I'm going to learn blood chemistry. As soon as I graduate, I'm immediately continuing my education and learning blood chemistry. I am so excited and so passionate about this, and I just love it. I just love it. I'm so excited. I did go, by the way, I went to the bookstore before I went to Trader Joe's, and it was so funny because the lady was like, oh my gosh, like, how's everything going with Milk and Honey? And they sell Milk and Honey there. And I was like, ever since Milk and Honey came out, like right before Milk and Honey came out, that's when we found out we had to move, and then we moved, and then there was all the medical things that were happening, and we found the mold and all the stuff. And it was kind of this deep realization of ever since right before Milk and Honey came out, and like even just to now, for 2 months, it's almost been 2 months. Okay, bye, Meester. He's exited the conversation. Anyway, this is my old room. This is my old room. I never used to come in here. I mean, there's just so many things in here right now. It's just I can't. I'm just going with the flow. Going with the flow of life. You know, I'm just gonna graduate. Just focus on graduating. That's all I'm gonna do. And that's it. I can't focus just even too much on the future. I'm like, I just have to get through one day at a time. But anyway, it was this realization of, wow, it has been so wild ever since. The amount of just tumultuous events that have transpired is very interesting to me. And I'm not surprised. I don't feel surprised by it. I do think that there is a reason for that, and I love Milk and Honey so much, and the fact that I have just been so preoccupied with moving and mold and illness and doctors and ER visits and just stuff like that. I just feel like it's not a coincidence, you know. It's definitely, there's deep stuff going on, you know. So anyway, Milk and Honey, I love it so much. I love Milk and Honey so much, and I'm so happy that it's out. And if you haven't got a copy, it is such a great devotional. It would make such a good Christmas gift too. It's so cute. Anyway, I love that book so much. I hope that it truly nourishes you. The feedback that I've been hearing is just, it makes me so happy that you're enjoying it so deeply and so much. I picked up a couple new books, which is exciting. I picked up Dallas Willard. I've never heard of that particular book. I really enjoyed Hearing God by Dallas Willard, but I picked up, I think it's called something Psalm 23. And I was meditating on Psalm 23 today. And when I saw that book, I just love Dallas Willard so much, and his writing, him as just a follower of Jesus, as an author, a believer. He's in heaven now, but wow, what an incredible hit. The way that he writes inspires me and touches me so deeply, and it's just so well written. It's just the way that he says things, how he structures his ideas, and how it just comes out. How he writes is a delight to my soul. I love it. So I'm very excited to read that book. And then the other one is, I've been really wanting to read this book too. It's called Long Obedience in the Same Direction. It's from this classical collection where I want to read all the books in this classical collection. The first one that I read was Hearing God by Dallas Willard. That's in the classical collection. So they have all these really prominent books that they put into this collection. And so they all have kind of like the same looking cover, but they're by different authors. And so I want to make my way through and read all of those books. So I just got A Long Obedience in the Same Direction. I think it's by Eugene Peterson, I think is the author. I have not had a lot of downtime in this season, and I'm very excited to graduate and read and just kind of have a little bit of a slower pace, but still do blood chemistry. I'm very excited about that. I hope you enjoyed this video and the test results and just taking you on the journey, but love you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.